Hello.
Hello.
Who is it?
Did you get the package?
Yes.
Did you install the lights?
Who is it?
Did you get a remote?
Yeah. Do I know you?
Use the remote to turn off the lights.
Well,
It's Wednesday, Klaus here. It's time for another basic Davinci Resolve tutorial.
hello, Klaus here. It's Wednesday yet again, and this is another episode of Basic Wednesday. And as you saw from the pre-film for this episode, spoiler alert, this is going to be the tutorial on Friday. But in this tutorial, actually, I want to show you how to work with making different voices for our phone caller here. So let's have a look. I'll have a listen at this. Is just a normal recording I did of myself here. So let's hear here. Here I am. Who is it?
Did you get the package?
Yeah. So that's just me. But if we want to manipulate that voice into something else, there's a couple of ways we could do this. And you can actually do all of these things in the Edit tab. But for this tutorial, I'll prefer to do it inside of Fairlight because I can put the effect on the entire track. Super easy that way. Other than that, you could do it in the Edit tab and just copy paste your attributes to the other clips. But for doing it this way, I'll just jump into Fairlight. So here we are in Fairlight, and what we see is more or less the same thing. So I'm going to zoom in here just a bit, and we're going to try out some different effects. So let's just go into the Fairlight effects. For instance, we have an effect called Flanger. If we're going to put this into the effect here, we can see what that actually does. If we just play here.
Did you get the package?
Yes. Already, just by the default, is doing something. But we actually have some presets in here. We have a robotic voice, so you could give it a robotic voice if you wanted that.
Did you get the package?
Yes.
Did you install?
And again, we could play around with the different things here to change it.
Did you get the package?
Yes.
Did you install the lights?
Who is it?
Did you get a remote?
Yeah. Do I know you?
Use the remote to turn off the lights.
And you can get different sounds that way, but that's not necessarily what you want to do. But this is one way of making that sound. So if we go over to our track 2, which is this sound here is my voice recording. I'm going to simply just going to go here, and I can either disable my effect, or I can toggle here to get them up, or I can do what I want to do, delete my plugin. So what I actually want to do here is I can actually, if I double click here, rename my clip, or my track name, which is going to make things easier to figure out if you have a lot of different tracks. So now I'm just calling this phone, and I actually want to add in my pitch voice here instead. So I'm just going to take this, and if I just drag it here, it's going to put this to the entire clip. So let's start by, and we can actually mute me just for 1 second.
Did you install the lights?
And then we can.
Did you get a remote?
I'm going to make it a little deeper.
Use the remote to turn off the lights.
Something like that. Maybe let's have a look here. So this is going to.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah, I think that's kind of scary. So this is going to affect all the sounds I have on this track, including these growl sounds,
right behind you,
which I have right here. So the effect is going to be applied into that as well. So what it could do as well also is to go into the EQ, and I'm going to put in band 1 and band 6. I'm going to drag this up quite a bit, around 100 or something. And also here at the end, I'll put in a little. So I'm just going to go to the clip here. And what I could do here is, if you have these Q factors and gain stuff, you could go in and take out tones if you wanted to do that by queuing up the Q factor and the gain, and then play around with the frequency.
Did you get the package? Did you install the lights?
So we're going to drag this down.
Did you get a remote?
And we can do the same for this band here as well. for band 4.
Use the remote to turn off the lights.
And we're going to drag that sound a little down or up here.
I'm right behind you.
So now we have this very strange, creepy effect, but we can actually add in a little bit more. If we go into the dynamics, we can actually just add in a compressor like that, and we can play around with the compressor as well.
To get the package, did you install the
So
lights?
if we go to the threshold, we can
Did you get a remote?
and lift or do something like this.
Use the remote to turn off the lights.
So now we have this effect here.
Did you get the package? Did you install the lights?
So we kind of have this effect of somebody talking in the phone with a different voice. If we want to change stuff up around, we can again go back to the equalizer here and play around
Did you
with
get
the
package?
different
Did
things.
you install the lights? Did you get a remote?
So we could, for instance, go here, have a listen to it.
The remote to turn off the lights. Did you install the lights?
Also, we could go to the other
get a
band
remote?
and drag down a bit.
Use the remote to turn off the lights.
So this is just one of the ways you could change and manipulate a voice to appear as another character or coming out of a phone. You can actually have a play with this. You could also record the same line with different voices and combine those together if you want to do a pretty creepy voice as well. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out, and if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.